Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your friendly neighborhood makeup hobgoblin here, and today we have a super exciting video. I got the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I was able to get it from Sephora same day delivery. Today is September 6th. So it was an early access app exclusive, and I think because I ordered it through the app, I was able to get it in store. I genuinely don't know if you went into store on the 6th, if you would have been able to get it. But it should be out on the 7th, like everywhere, I think. I'm not looking that up. It's not that deep. So I have swatched the palette, and let me just... I feel like we didn't need like two similar peachy shades. The two purple cream to powders kind of blend out really similar. I thought it was going to be more cool tone than this. Not saying it's necessarily warm, but like this shade and this shade go really well. This shade's a little bit lackluster, but other than that, I'm excited. I'm liking it. I'm gonna insert swatches right now. I do want to go in with it, and it did stain my arm a little. But I think I want to do a look. I think I want to do one cohesive look. I was debating on it, and I was talking to Eden on Instagram, and I was debating on whether to do one or two looks, but I think I want to do two. I did go in with the cream blush from the Glam Face Palette Light, and then I did go in with the Super Glow powder, which I like. I had the light medium shade for years, and I recently picked up the shade Fair, and I just put that all over my cheeks. My brows are the Kosas Air Brow that I threw on the floor, but that's okay. And then my concealer is the Glossier Stretch, because I already did a look with this palette, and when I took it off, my eyes were like so dry and sad. So I think I want to do one look. And I kind of want to do a more neutral one. I know that's probably not what y'all want to see, but I did already post two looks on my Instagram using some of the multi-chromes, which I'm trying not to reuse any shades, so I've already used a bunch of shades, and I can kind of tell you how they applied. So I've swatched everything, but on my eyelids, I have yet to use the more cool tone neutrals, which I really want to dip into, because I did a look with the peaches and the purple and Invention and Thrill, and then I already did a look with the black, the two purples. I guess Aspiration, I think I used in the crease for that, and then I used Vision on the lid, and then I used this for my inner corner in both of those, and I think I topped it with one. So I haven't used these two on the lids yet with this one. So I want to do that, and I guess that will be my outer corner and possibly the black, because it did seem, I hope I was in frame, it did seem more like a cool tone palette, and I feel like it's pulling not that, so I kind of want to test out a cool look. So let's go in, and I'm gonna move my mirror because I don't want it in frame. Okay, so let's just, I feel like my mirror is not bright right now. It's on a cool setting. I have my new hair. I love her. I did two underneath sections. I forgot that this would be new. Oh, look it, my roots are already growing in, and it's been 4 days. Love that for me. There are some spots that needed more toning, like this middle spot here seems to have faded, but when I wash my hair, because I have blue and purple inside of my hair, it'll be fine. Let me show you guys my hair from the back. Like, there's just a whole lot going on there. Exciting, I know. Not what you came for, but if you were here because of me, not because of Natasha, then you would want to know that. Alright, so let's start the look. I already primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm trying to get back into it and use it up. It's just the original one. I've had this one for a little while, but I'm just trying it, you know? Let's go in with... Alright. Okay. I'm going to go in with some natural hair brushes, I think would be the best way to do this. All right, I'm gonna start with the Refer 15. Last I knew they were doing a BOGO sale. They're probably not doing it anymore. These I purchased a while ago. But I'm gonna start with the shade Nurture. And I'm just going to place that on the lid, or on the crease. And I'm gonna go kind of high so that you can see the shade when my eye is open, because I hate that things get so lost. I guess it'll be surprising to see if I can get a nice cool look out of this, because even the purples pull warm. They're warm purples. They're not cool purples. So it's just an interesting juxtaposition. No, I thought it was going to be more cool based on the photos. I'm fine with it, but I've already had someone say that it's so orangey that it's not going to work on their skin tone, and I'm like, that's interesting, that's not good, because I feel like the photos looked pretty cool, if not neutral. I mean, of course this is a neutral brown, but okay, so just throw this in. And then I guess to people who like Natasha Denona, who aren't really into more intricate and more like artistic side of makeup, they're more into the everyday, maybe this could be just a tutorial for you. Nothing too crazy. I am building this shade up. I think it's going quite well, and I'm gonna like round it out under my brow bone, but I'm not covering. I've started doing this thing where I don't put any of the crease shade in the outer little part of my eyelid. I don't know. Into that. Okay, and next I'm gonna go in with now a Smith 247, which is more of a smaller brush, and I'm gonna go into Aspiration. And this, I guess, is purpley toned now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so these are some good, I gotta do a close-up mirror, I'm sorry. All right, so these are, it's looking good. Gonna take a little bit more. So this is a very cool toned dark brown, or deep brown, with like, it has a purple to it, but it's not a dark purple. And this was Aspiration again. Okay, I feel like this built depth really well. There's no patchiness at this time, nothing that I've noticed. I'm quite content with that. This is my troublesome eyelid, so there might be some slight patchiness on this side. So a funny thing about my hair that I'm like, oh my gosh, so my hair is, you know, I have a neutral warm tone in my natural brown, but now everything around it is like a cool blue, an icy silvery light blue thing. I've got cool toned purple, and we're going to a wedding in a couple weeks, and I have an orange dress, like a burnt orange dress, because I was like fall, and I didn't do my hair yet, so I guess I'm gonna just look like the colors of every local college I've ever lived near, which is orange and blue. God. Honestly, I'm really enjoying this. Okay, probably shouldn't have done that. That was a little messy. It's on the lid, but that's okay, because it's not going to show once we put the lid shade on. I'm contemplating using a glitter glue because I did not when I used the shade Invention and Thrill, and I did not enjoy how sheer it was. I do think though the formula is sheer. Yeah, Invention is a diamond and Thrill is also a diamond. Okay, that makes sense. So that's why it's like the chroma crystal. Oh, it's a duochrome shimmer. Well, then which one's the chroma crystal? I don't know. Okay, I thought those two would have been the chroma crystals. They might be, and I might just be reading it wrong, because they are definitely not just normal shimmers. But Invention is a duochrome. Like Vision is a duochrome multichrome. I do feel like this palette could have had like green, because Vision is a purple to green. I am going to take a little baby brush. This is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics B2, and I'm gonna dip into Blackest Black, and I'm just going to tap this out there. I do feel like the look I did with the purple really made the green in my eyes pop, so I'm guessing this is really gonna gear towards brown-eyed folk and hazel-eyed folk. I don't know what color Natasha's eyes are now that doesn't she have blue eyes? Or maybe they're green. Because I feel like this would obviously make green eyes pop as well if it's gonna make hazel eyes pop, but then also green eyes. I mean brown eyes. Okay, so if you like an all matte look, I feel like you could stop here and it would be really nice. And like maybe do like a proper winged liner. That could be cool, but you probably wouldn't have wanted to round out the eye as much as I did. I'm just kind of into a roundish look. So I don't want to use any, what? Okay, so the shade Babies is like a rose gold. And then the shade Serenity, I already forgot what these looked like. So I guess the looks won't be as cool as you would think they could be. So I'm gonna start with the shade Serenity on the lid. And I'm not gonna use a glitter glue so we can see its full, I mean, I think this is one of her normal metallics, which is a beautiful shadow for the everyday human being. If you don't want too much sparkle, which there are people, there's a market for that. That's why this exists. Like, I don't like that I accidentally got a lot of that on my outer corner. I wanted that to stay matte. Just gonna floof that back in. I do actually think this is a pretty look. It is just a normal standard metallic, but I do think that this does the cool tone thing, if that's what you wanted from the palette. On a super side note, who's watching House of Dragons? Episode 3 was on this week. God, like, I like that they're long episodes because a lot happens, but my God, are they long episodes because a lot happens. Love Matt Smith, though. He's great. And whoever that, like, Sir Christian Cole is. Kristen? It's like Tristan from Stardust. Okay. I think that's actually very pretty. I'm going to leave it like that for a brief moment to do my lash line, just to show y'all, like let the top look kind of simmer in while I do that lash line, because I'm gonna top it with Babies. That's a weird name for a shade, isn't it? Is that us? Are we her babies? This is a Morphe M562. It's really good for under the lash line, or even like a really detailed shadow in the crease. This is Nurture, sorry. And I didn't set my concealer, so this might show up darker, which that's fine, because then it saves me from having to put the other color down. Because I want to show you the look before we put that topper on, because I'm guessing Baby's is also a topper. No, it just says metallic, but it seems more, I mean, it's a more sparkly metallic in a good way, because then it lets you jazz it up. And I'm going to take the tiniest dot of aspiration and put that on the outer corner. Okay. Now I'm going to take Spontaneous, which is the lightest shimmer shade in the palette, and I'm going to lightly, I already messed that up because I was supposed to use a brush, but I went in with my finger. Gosh darn it. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my little baby brush and like fluff out the edge there. It's not the world's brightest inner corner, but an inner corner nonetheless. Okay, so this is the look without the shade Babies, and now we're going to put that on top. And I don't think I'm going to use a glitter glue. I just want to see how it applies. It definitely feels, it almost feels like hard pan when I'm swatching it on my finger to pick it up. So maybe this would have been better with a brush, but here we are. I don't really think Natasha's shadows get a lot of hard pan, so that doesn't seem on brand. I mean, it's a gorgeous shade. However, if I had textured eyelids, this would not be it, the way that this is applying. And then on right of the center of the eyelid, I'm gonna take a little bit of Thrill and just put that on for some extra sparkle, because why not? Because I guess it sits more in that cool family. So this is the finished eye look, and we used, what, 6 shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we used 7 shades. And I'm going to do my lashes and put on the lip, and then we'll jump into my final thoughts. So the sun is starting to set, so we have to, I'm gonna just kind of scooch back for this bit. So this is the completed look. I just threw on some lashes. I found these at TJ Maxx. They're from Sephora. They're in the style Plume. This one I didn't cut the corner enough and it's stabbing me. So on the lips, I am wearing Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude in 11 Neutral Beige, or yeah, Natasha. And I lined it with the Total Taupe from Makeup Forever. And it's one of the only ways I can wear this lipstick because it's so light. Here we are. I do think she's re-releasing the exact same shade in a different formula. It looks more pink, whereas this one is just, I mean, it is a neutral beige. You can't tell me that it's not. So take that as you will. I like this formula. I think it smells really nice. It's pretty creamy. It is matte, but I think it's easier to take a matte lipstick and customize it than to have like a super satiny lip and try to unsatin it. So yeah, so here are my thoughts. The Dream Palette, let's talk about it. First thing is first. I know there's some repeats within her palettes. For me, I'm not getting any repeats because I don't own any other midi palettes or any other palettes in the plastic packaging. I only have the green brown and the blue purple, the gold, the Metropolis, the Glam Face palette, and then the mini retro and some of their BoxyCharm palettes. So I don't have any of the other palettes in this size or the bigger version of this that's still plastic. So I'm not really getting any dupe shades. I've heard people say it's comparable to like Zendo and Retro, the big one. It just looks like a mix of all those. I will say the most unique part of this palette is probably these purples. However, if you have the Trio Chrome palette, you might already have these purples because I think this one is a repeat. Obviously the black, you know, but the purples, and these are the creams. So if you don't like her cream formula, this isn't going to be for you. I was kind of excited to have purples in the cream because I do like purple eyeshadow. I don't think we needed these two peaches. This shade here, I could have done without. I have a couple singles in this mini form that I might pop in here, honestly, to get rid of some, like I don't need these two peaches, or whatever this is. But other than that, I personally like the palette. I think it was kind of a unique color story. I guess it could be similar to maybe Amunet New, possibly from Adept. Like it, off the top of my head, I feel like those vibes, but I don't think they're going to be similar. I also wanted to retry the midi palette since I know the formula varies from each one, and I'm really happy with the look that I came up with, and I really enjoyed my other two looks that I did. I weirdly enough enjoyed that I could do kind of a creamy peach purple sunset look, which is something I've never done, and it was something I was like, ooh, I'm gonna put the purple and the peach. So it inspired me in that way. This is $69. Do you need it? Excuse me, absolutely not. Nobody needs anything. If you're an avid Natasha Denona collector where you're going to have every single one, then I would say, yeah, you're probably going to enjoy this. If you only buy Natasha Denona or only buy those high-end palette price points and this speaks to you, you might like that. You can get those neutral everyday looks and then have the pop of purple, I suppose, and then this little duochrome. So I feel like it would be more digestible to the everyday person who's just looking for maybe just the one little corner of fun. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I jumped on it. I liked the packaging as well. I felt like it was kind of fun. I did order the face palette that should be here by the end of the week. But I just wanted to hop on and do this tutorial and just give you my thoughts. It's really hard because I can't say like, oh, you need it or you don't need it. It's nothing like that. Like, I got caught up in the hype. I wanted it. I bought it and I enjoy it. And for that, I am grateful. And I'm excited for the face palette. And I'm excited to do more looks with this, honestly. I feel like I personally don't really have a similar duochrome to this in all my indie singles because I try to go away from darker based multi-chromes because I don't use them that much. But this one sits a little lighter and it's kind of cool. It makes me want to try the Trio Chrome palette, okay? Like, I feel like maybe she did right by this. Can she do those other shades correctly? I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you planning on picking this up? Are you going to wait for a sale? Are you going to wait to use your Sephora points? Are you going to wait to ask for this for Christmas since it is a midi palette, so it's a little bit more digestible than one of the big ones? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Go follow me over on Instagram because I posted more looks with this palette and the swatches, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.